What happens to a narcissist when you finally cut them off? The moment you finally cut off a narcissist, something changes that they never thought would happen. For a long time, they believed they had control over your emotions, your attention, and your ability to walk away. They became comfortable knowing that no matter how much they hurt you, you would eventually return and try to fix everything. But when you stop chasing, stop explaining, and stop giving them emotional reactions, their entire perception begins to collapse. A narcissist often depends on a constant supply of attention, validation, and emotional energy from the people around them. When you remove yourself from that cycle, they suddenly face a reality they were desperately trying to avoid. At first, they may not believe that you are actually serious about leaving them behind. They may assume that your silence is just another emotional reaction that will disappear after some time. Because they became used to seeing you come back, apologize, forgive, or search for answers after every conflict, your absence creates a space where they can no longer predict your behavior. And for someone who needs control, uncertainty can feel extremely uncomfortable. The first thing many narcissists experience after being cut off is a feeling of losing power. They are not only losing a person, but they are losing the emotional influence they once had over that person. They may wonder why you are no longer responding the way you used to respond. They may question why their usual tactics no longer create the same emotional reaction. The arguments, guilt trips, and manipulation strategies that once worked suddenly become ineffective. This is often the moment when they realize something has changed inside you. They notice that you are no longer fighting to prove your love or convince them to care. Instead, you have reached a point where protecting your peace becomes more important than winning their approval. This shift can be extremely confusing for a narcissist because they expected you to remain emotionally attached. They expected you to continue searching for the version of them you saw in the beginning. They expected you to keep hoping that one day they would finally change. But when you cut them off, you begin seeing the relationship from a different perspective. You start recognizing patterns that you ignored when you were emotionally invested. You begin understanding that love should not require constant pain, confusion, or emotional exhaustion. Meanwhile, the narcissist may enter a stage where they attempt to regain access to you. This is often called hoovering, where they try different methods to pull you back into the relationship dynamic. They may suddenly become extremely caring, emotional, or apologetic. They may remind you of the good memories and act like everything can become